Leviticus chapter 4, the sin offering. Thus, the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, 2. Speak to the people of Israel, saying, when anyone sins unintentionally in any of the Lord's commandments about things not to be done, and does any one of them. 3. If it is the anointed priest who sins, thus bringing guilt on the people, he shall offer for the sin that he has committed a bull of the herd without blemish as a sin offering to the Lord. 4. He shall bring the bull to the entrance of the tent of meeting before the Lord, and lay his hand on the head of the bull. The bull shall be slaughtered before the Lord. 5. The anointed priest shall take some of the blood of the bull, and bring it into the tent of meeting. 6. The priest shall dip his finger in the blood, and sprinkle some of the blood 7 times before the Lord in front of the curtain of the sanctuary. 7. The priest shall put some of the blood on the horns of the altar of fragrant incense that is in the tent of meeting before the Lord. And the rest of the blood of the bull he shall pour out at the base of the altar of burnt offering, which is at the entrance of the tent of meeting. 8. He shall remove all the fat from the bull of sin offering, the fat that covers the entrails, and all the fat that is around the entrails. 9. The 2 kidneys with the fat that is on them at the loins, and the appendage of the liver, which he shall remove with the kidneys. 10. Just as these are removed from the ox of the sacrifice of well-being, the priest shall turn them into smoke upon the altar of burnt offering. 11. But the skin of the bull and all its flesh, as well as its head, its legs, its entrails, and its dung. 12. All the rest of the bull he shall carry out to a clean place outside the camp, to the ash heap, and shall burn it on a wood fire. At the ash heap it shall be burned. 13. If the whole congregation of Israel errs unintentionally, and the matter escapes the notice of the assembly, and they do any one of the things that by the Lord's commandments ought not to be done and incur guilt. 14. When the sin that they have committed becomes known, the assembly shall offer a bull of the herd for a sin offering and bring it before the tent of meeting. 15. The elders of the congregation shall lay their hands on the head of the bull before the Lord, and the bull shall be slaughtered before the Lord. 16. The anointed priest shall bring some of the blood of the bull into the tent of meeting. 17. And the priest shall dip his finger in the blood and sprinkle it 7 times before the Lord in front of the curtain. 18. He shall put some of the blood on the horns of the altar that is before the Lord in the tent of meeting, and the rest of the blood he shall pour out at the base of the altar of burnt offering that is at the entrance of the tent of meeting. 19. He shall remove all its fat, and turn it into smoke on the altar. 20. He shall do with the bull, just as is done with the bull of sin offering. He shall do the same with this. The priest shall make atonement for them, and they shall be forgiven. 21. He shall carry the bull outside the camp, and burn it as he burned the first bull. It is the sin offering for the assembly. 22. When a ruler sins, doing unintentionally any one of all the things that by commandments of the Lord, his God, ought not to be done and incurs guilt. 23. Once the sin that he has committed is made known to him, he shall bring as his offering a male goat without blemish. 24. He shall lay his hand on the head of the goat. It shall be slaughtered at the spot where the burnt offering is slaughtered before the Lord. It is a sin offering. 25. The priest shall take some of the blood of the sin offering with his finger and put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and pour out the rest of its blood at the base of the altar of burnt offering. 26. All its fat he shall turn into smoke on the altar, like the fat of the sacrifice of well-being. Thus the priest shall make atonement on his behalf for his sin, and he shall be forgiven. Or 27. If any one of the ordinary people among you sins unintentionally in doing any one of the things that by the Lord's commandments ought not to be done and incurs guilt. 28. When the sin that you have committed is made known to you, you shall bring a female goat without blemish as your offering, for the sin that you have committed. 29. You shall lay your hand on the head of the sin offering, and the sin offering shall be slaughtered at the place of the burnt offering. 30. The priest shall take some of its blood with his finger and put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and he shall pour out the rest of its blood at the base of the altar. He shall remove all its fat, as the fat is removed from the offering of well-being, and the priest shall turn it into smoke on the altar for a pleasing odor to the Lord. Thus the priest shall make atonement on your behalf, and you shall be forgiven. If the offering you bring as a sin offering is a sheep, you shall bring a female without blemish. You shall lay your hand on the head of the sin offering, and it shall be slaughtered as a sin offering at the spot where the burnt offering is slaughtered. The priest shall take some of the blood of the sin offering with his finger, and put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and pour out the rest of its blood at the base of the altar. You shall remove all its fat, as the fat of the sheep is removed from the sacrifice of well-being, and the priest shall turn it into smoke on the altar, with the offerings by fire to the Lord. Thus the priest shall make atonement on your behalf for the sin that you have committed, and you shall be forgiven.